I'll be starting here shortly. I have no idea whether anybody's going to watch or not, but as usual, I will be posting it in the Patrons section for those who want to view it later. This one's going to be interesting because I haven't actually played this game since I reviewed it at release. I went ahead and paid for the Tales from the Tier expansion. And I gotta warn anybody who's interested in it that the Tales from the Tiers expansion is not really an expansion in the classical sense. It basically fills out random quests and NPCs that should have been in there in the first place. So you're basically paying for what should have been in there in the beginning, and it sprinkles them throughout the area. As a result, the damn expansion is only like 5 meg, so you're paying like $6 for like 5 meg worth of content. Anyway, I'll give it a couple more minutes. Try and get my shit together today. Also, I just heard the door downstairs open, so I think my day is about to get fucked. Anyway, hey, I don't know who just joined, but we'll be starting shortly. That's somebody on Steam. There you go. Oh. Hold on. Yeah, I'm being told that the link's not working on the Patron page, so one moment. Well, somebody's watching. Yeah, apparently Patreon just treats it as a video link. Okay. Hey. Yeah, I was just responding to you on Steam. Now, supposedly Duke's gonna join. Was gonna join us at some point too. But yeah, I was just saying I haven't played this since like the review I did. So there's been a lot of user interface changes and shit. God. I need to get my act together and do more Let's Plays. I have... Hey! Good to see you, man. Good to see you. I'm going to start here shortly. I'm just getting my desk arranged so I can actually play this without knocking shit over. I never did post my... Yeah, I heard there were some real issues with it. But I don't know whether it hits everybody or just people who play certain routes through. Ah, yeah, see? Certain routes through are hit by that. It's I don't know, man. If I had to go back today and do my review on it anew, I would probably downgrade my opinion of it. I do like the concept, I do like the music, I do like the art and everything. I think I'm one of the few people that did like the art, because I do like that style. But the game, the bug at the end of the game, the money grabbing, which is the fact that they're charging like several bucks for a portrait pack and like 5 meg worth of quest, you know, stuff. And just the attitude they took with it at the end, or the developing of it, it kind of puts me off, like, overall. I think it's still a decent game. We're about to find out. But yeah, if I know, I need to start playing these games all the way through before I go ahead and I'm just gonna do normal difficulty. I need to start playing these games all the way through before I do my reviews on them. The problem is that I don't have, you know, I barely have time to do what I'm doing. You know, maybe one day, you know, it had such potential. It's like this. I like this art. I know a lot of people were giving them shit about it, but I do like that art style. And it starts really solid, and then I hear it just kind of falls apart.
The armies of Kairos the Overlord have swept across the known world. All who stood against them fell before their might. Even the Archons, women and men of immense power, were forced to kneel, chained to the Overlord's will. Now Kairos' final conquest has come to our
and at some point what I want to do is get back to playing Legend of Grimrock, because I need to finish that one.
The elite disfavored.
Is it up too loud?
And the teeming horde of the Scarlet Chorus.
I don't know how the sound balancing is.
The voices of Narad, Spymaster and Archon of Secrets.
I tried turning the master volume down before I even started, but
with each battle, the Scarlet Chorus grows stronger.
But I'm not sure how well it went.
As the defeated are given a simple choice.
Also, it seems to be falling apart. Okay, good.
Grave in Ash, Archon of War and the Overlord's most loyal general, leads the disfavored. Though small in number, Kairos' ironclad legion has never met true defeat in open battle. Watching over the two generals is Tunon, the Adjudicator, Archon of Justice.
Yeah, I didn't really get. Of Kairos' I had a lot going on when I did the review. I was gonna do a let's play of it, but I forget what I was doing at the time.
Judges and executioners,
and it took longer than I thought it would. And by the time I finished it, I was like, well, I'll just go ahead and put this on my to-do list.
When Kairos' armies
and then I never got to it. But yeah, I may do like a finish up, not necessarily a stream, maybe a stream, but I'll do commentary and a finish up of the Grimrock Let's Play, so that, you know, I think I've got like 75% of that game finished. I know it was getting boring towards the end there. Let's go with a random body type. Go to next. What the hell, man? This part really doesn't even matter.
That wasn't so hard. I'm injured, tired. Let's rest.
Let's see, I got another message. From Duke. There we go. Alright, cool. Yeah, Steam's the Steam messaging has been really slow for me lately. How'd I join his army? I don't even care at this point. War Mage, sure. Yeah, the only problem with having two forms of magic is that they do basically the same thing. I'll do Frost and Vigor. No, Frost. And then Vigor. Pure Mage. I don't know how it'll be doing, but we'll see how that goes. Sorry if I'm a little bit out of it right now. I'm trying to wake up still. Meh. I don't even know why. Look at all the banner customization. It barely matters, right? Right. And we'll just go with the usual RPG crawler. Man, I was messing up my outro yesterday. I think it was sitting at around 90 in the room I used to record, like 90 Fahrenheit yesterday. And so I was recording that news post. I fumbled the ending that I've been using for like 3 years for 5 minutes straight. It was actually really pretty terrible. Wits is used to increase spell strength, and Resolve is used to drive endurance. Focus on these two. There we go. I don't even know whether like 90% of this stuff is decent at all. And then support skills. Lore. Lore is always good. Give him one more magic staff. Let's play through the conquest. Yeah, I need to basically take some time out tonight and just record for like hours straight. I was going to do that last weekend, and then I got interrupted.
The Overlord's eye is on the Tiers.
And it's home. At this point, it's just ridiculous.
The last corner of the world free of Kairos' reign. 2 armies, the Disfavored and the Scarlet Chorus, march south from the Northern Empire.
So much I want to do.
The last realm to fall to Kairos.
But everything needs to fall into place for me to do it.
In the early days of 428, Kairos' armies arrive at the Gates of Judgment, the mountainous border that we Tiersmen so long believed unassailable.
I don't know if Tales from the Tiers is... I'm just going to skip this to the... Because I've already been through this part at least. Conquest. The problem is I don't know what any of these conquest things do long term. I do like the way that they did this, and I wish other games would use like a background style thing that lets you pick your choices, like what your character has done in the past. Let's go ahead and do infiltration. Infiltration. Yeah, I think I'm going with the Disfavored. Not sure if that's great, but we can go with that. Okay, containing the fire. Again, the Disfavored. And this is where, I guess this grants your abilities. Crap. Eh. Oh, god damn it. Sorry, I think my life's about to get miserable. That's my sister on the damn phone. I'm just letting it ring through to the machine. I think I'm going to go with Concealing Shadows just because that seems like the kind of thing that would be... Fucking A! She doesn't take a hint. Okay, hopefully that'll settle it. Jesus Christ. Man, it's like I can't... It's like, this is why I don't stream, is I literally can't find time in the day to do this. It's very discouraging. I mean, I'm trying... I love doing YouTube and the videos, and I love doing the streaming. But it's like, literally, I can't get 5 minutes to myself anymore. Oh, nice. I don't necessarily know if I'm going to be really useful in terms of boosting one or the other. I think what I may do is just screw over the Scarlet Chorus all the way through and just pick everybody but the Scarlet Chorus. Oh, they liked that, though. What the hell? Let's go with the Beastman again. Wait, that is the disfavored. Like, they got icons. So I should know what to select each time. If I just overwhelmingly support one, is that going to throw off my balance all the way through? Let's see. Vellum Citadel. Sure, why not? Let's go ahead and cruise through here real quick. Yeah, the setup... I'm not necessarily picking things at random here, but I'm going pretty damn close. Let's do the Song of Ensnarement. Once again, go with the disfavored. And we'll go with Sign of Command. And just give it to the disfavored again. Okay. Edict of Fire, the first moments of dawn. Yeah, I think so. Just because that screws over the Scarlet Chorus again. I kind of wish I could go back to that one where I accidentally favored him and switch that one over too. Well, I can, but I'm not going to. I'll throw him one bone. Loading screen, the game. Yes, that's another complaint I had with the game when I first got it. And I thought my new computer would load it faster, but apparently not.
The year
really.
is 431, and Kairos' invasion has shattered all major opposition in the tiers.
Okay.
The younger realms, the bastard tier,
Time
the free
to
cities.
start.
All who defied Kairos lay broken by battle, or bowed in surrender. The two armies of the Overlord, the Disfavored and the Scarlet Chorus, now control our lands.
It's a pretty solid game at the very beginning.
But our will is not yet extinguished.
I have to wonder if it's like designed that way just to get you past
the... In the Valley of Vendrian's Well, those of us unwilling to bow to Kairos
it's like if a game's really good at the start and gets you invested, even if it turns to shit later, you kind of want to finish it anyway.
We have staged a bloody uprising, murdering the disfavored in Scarlet Chorus garrison in a midnight assault.
I want to say that the Neverwinter Nights 2
with their main forces spread across the tiers,
where it started really solid,
and Scarlet Chorus redeployed
and then at the end just kind of fell apart
to crush the resistance. But months pass with no definitive battle.
I need to play that eventually.
As disagreement and discord paralyze the Archons, we bide our time and wait for our message of insurrection to spread across the tiers. The Overlord is not amused, and Kairos has one message for the Archons. Crush the Oathbreakers or die. Kairos backs this threat with an edict, a magical commandment that can slay all in the valley.
Sorry, I'm trying not to interrupt the narrator, but I suspect there's going to be a hell of a lot of narration.
The honor of proclaiming this edict fell to you. Sent across the mountains to Vendrian's Well, you carry the Overlord's edict to read before the Archons.
I thought about doing a Let's Play of Neverwinter Nights 2, but
as you finally make your way through the winding mountain passes into the valley,
yeah, I've got the GOG version.
Trembles,
it's all fully patched.
And Kairos' magic seals the way behind you.
And in fact, I did a pre-install and I did a little bit of pre-play in it.
Armies and the Oathbreakers.
I mean, I'm going to finish up what I've got next, what I've got now. I'm going to finish up here Hordes of the Underdark
edict in any way that you can.
And Underrail. And when I finish Hordes of the Underdark, I'm going to pick another fantasy game, probably another D&D game. Likely Neverwinter Nights 2, but the problem with Neverwinter Nights 2 is that the interface is just terrible. It's like I can't find a good, fun interface for it. I like the game, but I don't know what they were smoking when they did that interface. Alright, here we go. The Overlord be praised, etc., etc. Disfavored warrior claps her gauntlet on her breastplate, the traditional salute of her legion. Commander wouldn't say why the governor of Lethian's Crossing would be coming. But since we have no forges here, I imagine you're here to knock some sense into the voices of Nerat. I mean, mediate with the Archons. Alright. Can you hear that hum in the air, that glow in the rocks? The avalanche is Kairos' magic. The Overlord has sealed the valley. Dun dun dun. Okay. Should I read all this out? Yeah, I noticed they do that a lot. Obsidian does that a ton, where they start out real strong and then they completely fuck it up somehow. I like a lot of their stuff, but it's like they're afraid of making a complete masterpiece. On a personal note, it's good to see another Harbinger. By Kairos' will, most of our old invasion force still lives. Is there another Harbinger in here? Veteran of... I've got to read it all. Veteran of the original Vendrian's Wall campaign 2 years ago. You saw a battle with her and her team. Those took place, those daring pre-war raids, refer to each other affectionately as Harbingers. Okay. So my decision did kind of make a difference, but not really. When there was so much battle ahead of us, so much glory still to be won, but I know the Archons are expecting you. Don't let me wax nostalgic. Can you hear that hum, etc.? 14 lore skill experience. Your senses see more than mine, good Fatebinder. I do not pretend to know much about such things, but if that was Kairos' magic and you're here on important business, well then you don't have to be the Archon of Secrets to guess that you're here to proclaim an edict. What does Kairos have in store for our enemy? 10 years of festering plague, an edict of twisted bones? Come bearing an edict of Kairos. Our soldiers will complete their task or die. I don't even need this conversation pop up. The edict is leveled against us? Yeah, of course it is. Fucking A. But the Scarlet Chorus prevents us from taking action. Why would the Overlord punish both of... Forgive me, it's not my place to question. We should have conquered the enemy within weeks of arriving in the valley. Yes, you should have. Subterfuge 20. Do I have that? Like, do I have Subterfuge 20? I don't think I did. Yeah, I'm just gonna, like, paraphrase it. I'll try and get quickly through it. And you can't check your abilities while you're in the damn, in this shit. Yeah, I don't need any of that. Okay, you will see words or phrases displayed in green text color. I know that part. Try Subterfuge 20. So yeah, I do have enough for that. I guess it's grayed out if it fails, or if you don't have enough. Had indeed been little goodwill between our armies, and you're right. When we act as we do, what choice do we give the Overlord? And you are right. I should not cast blame so freely, especially when talking to a servant of justice. Well, you've traveled a long way. I won't keep you further. Did you hear that? And then we've got a combat. Now, in terms... I don't see my auto-pause functioning here. I set my auto-pause to happen when... God damn it, give me this. I set my auto-pause to function whenever combat starts, so... Oh, I can't buff this person. What the hell?
Sorry, I can't.
Boom! Yeah, I know about that part. That's the only thing I didn't get about this one. It's like they tried to do a hybrid between the Pillars of Eternity combat and they tried to evolve that, and I don't think they really did it the right way. I actually prefer the straight-up Pillars of Eternity combat to this one. Yeah, I should be just casting spells, huh?
Right.
Okay. Talent points. I already leveled up. No, of course I didn't. What the hell was it talking about talent points then for? Wait. Hold on, how the hell do I scroll a screen? My usual choices weren't working. Think you can fit through the rubble?
Sorry,
yeah, sure.
I can't.
Try that. Squeeze through a gap. And then immediately attack this guy in the back, right?
Right.
Am I gonna die? I guess not, or whatever. Let me buff myself up.
Sorry, I can't.
Okay.
I got it.
Yeah, this combat is not impressing me, not really. I do not have it... Oh. Sorry about that. I thought I didn't have it on auto pause at the end of each... At the end of each, like, ability use. But I guess I did. Yeah, what I do like is... I did like the spellcraft. I did like the spellcraft. I played around a little bit with that. I do like the way you can make abilities work. That's not what I want to do. Forgive me, I'm trying to... Oh, there we go. Now I can scroll the screen across. I couldn't before. But suddenly I could. That was the middle mouse button, and I tried to drag it before and it wasn't working. Finally. I guess I'll just stand back here and do ranged attacks. Because I can clearly do nothing else. Let me buff myself off again.
On it.
Because you can't buff anybody that's not in your party, I guess. Keep forgetting to unpause. I need to take that off of the auto pause. I think I've got it set where it'll auto pause after the end of each ability.
Yeah.
So that's just gonna repeatedly pause me over and over and over again. So let me fix that real quick. Auto pause, take off. This one. There we go. Yeah, basically I just need it to auto pause whenever I'm about to enter combat. That's about it. Can't loot that guy, clearly. I can talk to you. Don't bother with me. Go down to the pass. You're wounded and it's not trivial. This, but a scratch. I've seen twice as worse, 10 times over. If you'll let me help. I said I'm fine. Okay. So I guess he's just gonna die. Oh, now I can scroll by going to the edge of the screen. Why wouldn't it do that earlier? It's like I'm already discovering oddities in the damn interface.
Try and catch me, worm.
I mean, this is the kind of inconsistency that I would expect of a lesser developer. A Scarlet Fury. This one's crazy. Too much lead in her water. We should cut our losses and turn back.
Fate finder. Here at last. Care to join me in putting these cowards out of their misery?
Sure. Save something for me. All right. Let's. Actually, we can buff her. Nice. And I guess she can just skewer one of them. Wait, why did my main guy not cast what I asked him to cast? There we go. Ow. I got owned.
On it.
For no real good reason.
Hope you fancy red.
What does this do? Coordinate with verse to knock your target prone? Sure, let's do that. Use these multiple attacks. Yeah, I really prefer the pillars. I guess this one could have its benefits, but I don't know, man.
Take that.
Wait, that's a ranged attack.
You got it.
My bad. Yeah, let's
I can tell you didn't spend the conquest in a diplomat's tent.
Certainly didn't.
I'm Verse, by the way. But there are more important things to take care of than introductions. Those Vendrian guard we killed didn't come alone.
So what's your role in the army?
A Scarlet Fury, one of the elite killers of our ignoble gang. You'll see
like
more
a
than a few
berserker.
of us around camp,
Okay.
but don't let that fool you.
Man, I'm sorry,
They're
I'm still
rare
kind of
breed.
like trying to remember
Most
all
of the
the
soldiers
details
in the
from
Scarlet
when I
Course
played
are
it from
little more
way
than
back
farmers
when.
and children armed with rusted
I only played
forks.
like the first
Makes
act,
them easier to control. The
and then
voices
some
of
into the
Narat
second
called
act.
his best fighters to this siege. There must be something important about Vendrian's well, though don't ask me what. The Archon isn't in the habit of spilling secrets.
The only good part is the voice acting takes away a lot of the narrative burden on me. Sure, let's
Eager.
join the battle.
I like that. Before we go, you might search among the remains of our fallen comrades. Wherever they're bound, I doubt they'll miss their boots, much less any rings or any useful iron they might be clutching.
Okay, nice and
No reason
practical.
to pity the fallen. Before long, we might wish we'd joined them here. But at least we'll enjoy heavy pockets and warm toes. For the voices of Narat!
Yeah, you go do that, I'll go ahead and loot these guys.
On it.
Is there some sort of way down, I guess? Yeah, she said something about rings and shit, but I didn't loot any rings. Of course not. I guess it all automatically went into the stash. More of this. Stand aside or your funeral will be over on the side of a bluff. I applaud your bravery, but I implore you to end this foolishness and lay down your arms. Not a chance. If I surrender, I'm as good as dead. Okay. Reinforcements, hurry, etc., etc. Time to try and take these guys down. Run down the Oathbreakers. Let none escape. From the red mob of reinforcements, etc., etc. Here comes the Blood Chanter. Hold position, all of you. You there. Keep to the path. No, don't engage them. We need to run, etc., etc. Okay, so they're basically breaking ranks, which is understandable.
Oh, on it.
Oh, I forgot verse. My bad. Come down here, verse.
Count.
Take this guy. Yeah, is it the AI that keeps taking off my my attacks?
You got it.
I'm not dead yet.
I feel like my main character's about to die. Let's use concealing shadows.
Bleed out, you little shit.
Alright, poof.
On it.
That did nothing! No! That did absolutely nothing. Come on, Verse, help me out. Yeah, I don't want to go down on, like, my first real combat. You know, Pure Mage was probably a bad choice. Oh no, leave me alone. Stop stabbing me. There we go. Ha, backstab. Yeah, because I can understand being interrupted, and I actually like that mechanic, but I wish there was more feedback on it. Yeah. So, I mean, the frost is going to be useful. Vigor, not so much, apparently. Yeah, I don't even need to know about that. I've already got that. Let's go over here and loot things. I never really got into the major crafting in this game. It's actually a damn shame.
They won't see me coming.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm trying to... There we go, figure out the hotkey to show everything. I was like, I know there is one. Wait, what? Now I've got gear. So you can just talk to people. Oh, there we go. I was gonna say, can you talk to merchants and shit in the middle of combat? Just pause the combat and walk over and buy some shit. Yeah, I heard that the game was real short. Like, even if you go on a bunch of side quests and shit, it's real short. I'm kind of like... That seems to be like the way things go nowadays, is that a lot of stuff is just designed to be shorter than it was. Okay, stow your weapons. Skewer him, worry not to me. For me. Okay. You heard the man. He plainly invited you to use that little blade of yours. What are you waiting for? Permission from your pimp? This blade? With a jerk of a knife, he slices off a clump of Drastus's matted hair. I don't have athletics. Release the prisoner and you might know the inside of a cell. I'm sure that cell will have daily visits from Scarlet Chorus cads thirsty for a bit of torture. Rather take my chances of for death? Now, that's unfair, I assure you. It's more a hunger for torture than a thirst. But you are correct. We have no charity left for those who have laughed at our mercy once before. Okay. We have to help Drastus? Sure. Gained wrath with a Scarlet Chorus. Death. Okay, so he just killed him. So he just gone and killed him. Drastus' death will be a setback. But with the losses we've sustained in this war, I'm the next in command. I will aspire to be half the leader Drastus was. One of the soldiers found some mage blather on the Oathbreakers. I figure you being trained in letters could perhaps... Okay, because literacy is very rare in the north. Okay. Examine the parchment. Repeating the same messages in different written scripts, the parchments explained the Vendrine Guard's desire to overthrow Kyros's Archons and rout their armies from the tiers. The pages aren't addressed to any specific reader, but rather openly invites all who remain loyal to the Younger Realms. Recruitment material. Okay, there were likely other groups trying to flee the valley, but we can rest knowing we stopped this group. Archons are expecting you at the disfavored war camp, and we will head there shortly, I guess. Looks like this dude's got something on him. Let's go ahead and loot it up. Got a number of things on him. There's our ring. That ring we were promised so long ago. Is everything in the stash? Yeah, everything's in the stash. Okay, heavy bronze greaves. Is that going to be useful for anybody? I don't think so. She uses light armor. She doesn't have a head wrap, though, so I guess that's going to work. It's going to be better than nothing, right? Light armor, leather. I think what she has is better. Scarlet Fury helm. I think that's better than what she has. Yeah, I don't need that. Don't need that. Haste, which is +1 quickness. I think she'll use that better. I think that's about it, right? Seal of distant impact. I really don't think any of this stuff is necessarily that useful. Lesser healing potions. Get the potion of protection in there, just so I can get something to ward things off with. I can put all of these in a stack. All right. Better than nothing. Yeah, man. I'm just hoping the Castlevania on Netflix. I'm just hoping season 2 comes out soon, man. That was a good start. It's based on like what's
Can't
it?
do that.
I don't want to say I want to say Castlevania 3. But I don't see Grant Dynasty in there, and that one he's always overlooked. Okay. Don't think that's going to do anything here. I can talk to Mocking Blaze, but I don't see why I would. Okay. Fatebinder, what an honor to have one of Tunin's court visiting our humble holdfast. So he'll sell me supplies. Let's see what you have. I trust you've been granted proper stewardship of the goods you've been peddling. So can you, like, talk it out of him? That'd be neat. Give me a moment. I'm going to check my my commentary real quick. Because I'm getting a fair few comments on my YouTube, and I don't want... Alright, that's good. Got somebody giving me feedback on my stuff. Okay. I just like to keep up with my comments because I know after I put something like that, like I do the channel updates once a month and stuff, and I always get decent feedback off of those. The problem is that when most of the feedback is you're doing okay, it really doesn't give me a lot in terms of what I need to improve, and I know that I need to improve something. You know what I need to do is take some time out next week and get a decent intro for my damn news posts. I want to have like some, like, I guess like some metal in the background or something, and like spice up the intro a little bit. So, in terms of scrolls, and I think I should have like looked this over before. There we go, spell scrolls. If a member of your party has a high enough lore, you can learn this sigil and use it to craft spells. Alright. Right click and then click on the learn button. So yeah, let me do that real quick, because these would be very useful, and because I am a pure mage. Let's go ahead and see what else I can buy. I got, what, 62 copper? Not nearly enough for any of that shit. Oh my god. Well, I can sell all this. Sorry if I'm killing too much time here. I'm just going to sell all the things. I don't think any of this is useful. I'm going to sell all of it. Trade. Boom. And now I'll be able to buy all of these spell things. How is that staff compared to what I have? Inventory management, the game. Well, that's exactly what I have. Okay, so no need to buy that. I'll just buy that shit. And get out of here. And quickly learn everything. Now let's continue with the game then. I am, after all, a pure mage. So where the hell do I have to go? Ancient Weeping Mother statue. Okay, I don't. I think there's like almost too much lore in this game. Because when you think about it,
Can't do that.
You don't have a lot of time to like actually look at things. I can no longer go down there. Well, where the hell am I supposed to go? Down here. I mean, I can talk to all these people, but I really don't want to. Let's just go on our way. Off to the Archon's camp. Yeah, and I'm trying to do that. Basically, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to gradually polish my content. Not all at once, but like a little bit here, a little bit there. Improve some intros. Modify my format so they're a little bit more entertaining. You know. And of course get my damn Let's Plays back on so I can get that content up. So what do we got here? Hail, Fatebinder. Camp's on up ahead. Don't mind us, just clearing out the rabble. I still don't understand what I've done to offend. I respect that these are now disfavored lands, and I'm happy to give the Legion a proper toll. But she's going on about trading rights. What nonsense is that? The Overlord regulates all trade. If you lack the proper permits, your goods are forfeit. A trade permit? To whom would I speak to for such a thing? Not us and not our problem. Maybe march your butt to Bastard City. But we'll lighten your burden and relieve you of your wares first. Anything to be argued before Tunin may be argued before me. That's correct. What's there to discuss? We should kill this mongrel, and if the Fatebinder wishes to weigh in on the matter, courtesy demands we listen. This is a disfavored matter, but I know the agents of the court do so love to throw their judgments around. Ouch! You should execute this person. Well, you could rob me now and have my supplies today, or you can leave me alive and have fermented honey all year long. I even know a few family recipes for painkillers and healing drops. What a coincidence! Your favorite family recipe for wound paste smells just like the Scarlet Fury's own concoction. Where did you steal this? I don't know what you're getting at. I think this Tearsman needs a little roughing up. Slow down, I'll tell you everything. Okay. Damn merchant. Yeah, I'm working on more yeah, that's the thing. I get a lot of context where people say, "Oh, I love what you're doing." What I'm doing with that, when I get that, and that's actually useful too, is I take a look at what people have liked in the past, and then figure out what I can do in the future that's like along the same thing. And you know, it's just a building thing. What I would like to do, aside from getting back on track with the damn schedule, which is what my next month's goal is. But I would like to do regular open streams, like once a week. And I talked about this last time, and I meant to do one this week, but things just went to hell. But when I get settled, I'm going to do an open stream once a week where just like all the viewers can chime in and shit. I found most everything out in the forests of the valley. I keep my head low when I hear some sounds of combat. Okay, so he's a scavenger. So then you stole from the disfavored dead? How else do you get hands on that iron? If anything has an owner, I'll return it, but this iron would have turned to rust if I left it in the mud of the battlefield. Okay. The disfavored will tolerate your presence, but you will pay them handsomely for such charity. We will? The disfavored soldier clears her throat with a cough before repeating herself in a more upbeat manner. We will. It sickens me to make exceptions for this vulture, but if you supply the disfavored without profit, perhaps this indiscretion is for the best. It's not like our larders are overflowing. A work slave to scrounge provisions would be an asset. Haha. Thanks for interceding on my behalf. I know my life will now depend on showing the disfavored due gratitude. So be it. Indeed. That dude done fucked up. Yeah, I noticed that the areas in this game are really small. Slow down a moment. I know we're both eager to watch the Archons bicker over tactics, but I need to ask you something first. The voices of Nerat told me that you've come as a mediator. Considering the source, well, I can't help but feel I'm only hearing half the story. What's so special about you? I don't need it to lie. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with truth all the way. Here to deliver an edict. That makes a crazy kind of sense. Have you read it? Do you know what it says? The Archons must claim Ascension Hall by Kairos' Day of Swords, or we will all perish. One more thing for the Archons to fight over. Well, thanks for cluing me in. Okay, what else has the voice of Nerat told you? Only that I could find you in the Edgering ruins. Okay. Okay, why so suspicious? I just got a feeling I got when the Archons get together, the air gets as taut as a bowstring. Okay, so why invite a mediator from Tunan's court? It doesn't add up. Why do you think they're at odds? Been with the Scarlet Course since the early days of the Conquest. I can say it's been building for years now. I heard tell that Graven Ash and Voices of Nerat shared some bad blood in the Northern Empire. By my authority, the Archons will fall in line. That sounds exactly like the attitude to set this campaign in the right direction. Okay. I like Verse, despite her being Scarlet Chorus. Enough of this, I must meet with the Archons. Yeah, I'm here. I heard ranges of like 18 to 20. Yeah, the difference with Obsidian, though, is that they recognize... Well, number one, they didn't freaking ban people for telling them, like, for critiquing them. And number two is that they realized that tyranny was kind of flawed, so they, unfortunately, they chose to just drop support for it, pretty much. They put out the one last little tiny DLC pack and then, like, called it after that. Okay. War tent is in center of camp. One last thing, be careful around these disfavored types. Okay, not a problem. And that goes somewhere. I don't know where that goes. We will find out at some point, I think. Okay. What do we have here?
Moving cautiously.
Okay, let's go ahead and talk our way in. Alright, go no farther. You approach disfavored ground. State your business. I am RPG Crawler Fatebinder of Tunan. I bring words from Kairos, words for your commander's ears. Ah, so you're the Firestarter. Cevius and the companies returning from the burning library are telling some harrowing stories about Kairos' Edict of Fire. I think myself brave, but I'm happy to have been far away from it. Must have been a terrifying honor to be the messenger of such righteous force. Go on in, the Archons are expecting you. And there's a lot of poking around in camp to do, but I think I'm going to do that after... Well, after I loot everything, of course. Oh yeah? One that's better than the Tales of the Tears?
Ah, got it.
It's like, I think it deserves a little work. It's got a really nice backstory and everything. I heard that they put everything on slow crawl on the Tyranny universe because of disappointing sales. Yeah, Beamdog is fucking terrible.
It's all in the reflexes.
Oh, a new hat. So I guess I'm just, you know, robbing the place. What are they gonna do? Complain to the Fatebinder about it? Archons wait you inside. Oh.
Interesting.
Something secret. Yeah, I'll head inside just as soon as I'm done looting the place.
Sorry, I can't.
Yeah, I've got like an entire year's worth of... I purchased like almost an entire year's worth of Let's Play material over the past month. So I've got my to-do list sorted out. They're going to be... speaking of Beamdog, they're trying to do to do an enhanced edition of Icewind Dale 2. But they couldn't find the source code, so they put a request out, like to the general internet, that if anybody happened to have a copy of the source code to come forth with it. And I'm having to wonder if they didn't piss somebody off, and they just quote unquote lost the source code, because that sounds like the kind of thing that happens when you talk about these high drama kind of things. Okay, I'm just gonna let them talk. And they're going to go ahead and just squabble about it for a little while. Man, I remember trying... I was going to do a Let's Play of this, and I tried to narrate the two of these talking over each other, and it just was not happening. I was like, holy shit. Okay. Let's talk.
That's 4 reports of avalanches in the mountains now. The Tearsmen can barely count past 9. They have neither the capacity nor the cause to close off the mountain passes. Either way, that leaves the 2nd and 4th cohort trapped outside the valley.
The Archon of War pounds his staff on the ground to punctuate his words, etc., etc. What's next?
Or it's the work of your perfidious Earthshakers. Only a fool would not suspect a traitorous Archon of poisoning the mind of his students with sedition. We would have killed the Earthshakers Guild for their master's treachery, but I'm sure you have some perfectly valid reason for allowing them to live as your pawns.
And this guy speaks through his staff.
Hey, watch yourself. When these two get going, you don't want to get between them.
Alright, I'll remain silent.
I always know you've run out of things to say when you resort to mocking my vassals. If we are to speak of treachery, why is it that my scouts see the Scarlet Chorus warriors defecting back to the Vendrian Guard?
You know the Gothic,
the
Gothic series?
For it seems you cannot control your soldiers, or perhaps
somebody's doing
choose not to.
Like a full conversion mod of Skyrim that's set in the Gothic, world of Gothic 1 and 2. And so they're basically, it's not like a remake of the games, but it's like an entirely new storyline, but set in that area, and it's going to encompass the area of the first 2 games. I want to see how they do on it, because it looks like a pretty ambitious mod. Okay. My lords, the Fate Binder has arrived. Perhaps we could table the discussion.
Speaking of strategic failures, who was it that insisted the valley would need only a token garrison? For some strange reason, we can't seem to recall which balding halfwit grossly underestimated the enemy. Thoughts?
And I thought you had left agents within these Tearsmen when they surrendered.
Yeah, I just want to see how it works, man, because some of these projects go a little bit overboard.
Incompetent or in cahoots, either way, this mess has your filthy stink all over it.
Okay.
We look forward to seeing you explain to Tunon why the Archon of War could not close the vice on this trivial little insurgency. When we are crowned the ruler of the Tears, we shall have this place renamed to Ash's Folly in your honor.
Now pay attention, you might miss something. Yeah, I'll remain
silent. If I could trust the information I get from you and your conscripted mouth breathers, perhaps I'd order my cohorts around a bit more aggressively. But last time I trusted your all-clear report, My troops failed to come home.
Oh, Ash, old boy. If you're going to have a little sob every time one of your nieces or nephews dies to the Tearsmen, perhaps we should have Siren sing you some calming lullabies to help you cope with your grief.
Hold your tongue. I will not have you denigrate the honor of our fallen brethren. I'd be doing us all a favor if I cracked open that excuse for a head. They bicker like children, do they not? I meant only to say welcome to our guest, the Fatebinder. Alright. Do not have any diplomacy? So, apologies for the sudden entrance. I've traveled long to be here.
Welcome, Firestarter. We have been eagerly anticipating your arrival. Perchance you bring another of Kairos' edicts to savage the enemy?
Yes, I do.
We were worried you'd never make it. So glad that Drostus' demise didn't cause further delay.
Okay. How did you know about Drastus? Fuck it. I'll just tell him about the edict right now.
For the second time, Brother Tunon selects you for the glory of proclamation. You should be honored. Tell us, what has the Overlord decided to unleash upon the Oathbreakers?
The Overlord, I'll just quote it verbatim. The Overlord's loyal servants must hold Ascension Hall by Kairos' Day of Swords, or all in the valley shall perish. The earth sways with each word you utter, the air thickening with warmth as you pronounce the tersely phrased commandment. Its every syllable drafted by the hand of Kairos. With the edict proclaimed, your pulse quickens and the muscles in your legs, worn from a long trip down the mountains, feel renewed. The tired limbs now nearly buoyant with vigor. Foosh! You're all
The Overlord means to compel us into action. No doubt the avalanches in the mountains are part of this ultimatum. We must conquer the Oathbreakers or die in failure. There is no room for error, and no other way out of this valley alive. We'll need to advance across the Mitanni. We lose everything if we stand still. And we move to back up Plan Green. The Earthshakers didn't make it over the mountain in time. So we do this the hard way. Over the walls instead of through.
Okay.
So you found your backbone at last! Oh, we were worried past humiliations would make you soft, timid. That was a record for you, right? The baker's dozen lost in one sortie. If you had waited for the chorus reinforcements, maybe we'd have eyes and ears on the matter. So
he's concerned about, making them look bad. So fuck it. I'm gonna just call him out. They call you the Archon of Secrets, but you certainly don't seem to know anything remotely useful.
I second the Fatebinder.
Ouch!
Thought you had the memories of one of those Oathbreakers rattling about that bronze gourd of yours. Would Kairos' mighty spy master please enlighten this gathering of allies with some scrap of strategic insight?
The Archon of Secrets turns his head to the side until the face of his mask is turned around and a new face of the mask presents itself.
Our river was to be the bulwark, but with the Tidecasters slain, what hope remains? It's so cold in here. Help me.
Interesting.
Please.
Our sources tell us the Oathbreakers had some sort of magical trick in store. But this knowledge is tinged with fear, trepidation. If we make a move for the Mitanni, we suspect the Oathbreakers will mount a counterattack that is equal parts valiant and futile.
Right, that voice? I know who that voice that was.
That was Mitanni Yanev, former noble of Apex and one of the leaders of the Vendrian Guard. Back when they were half respectable enemies that knew how to lose with dignity. When the Guard first surrendered, Yanev presented himself to us. What he knew, we now know.
Yeah, I'm not entirely too sure about the voices of Narat. I happen to like Graven Ash a little bit more. Voices of Narat, I trust you are done acting the clown and will have your horde ready to march with all haste.
Do not think for a moment that you can give us orders, maggot. Not unless you wish to discover new ways of feeling pain.
My lord, Barrack and his band have been drilled on the Echo Call assault plan. Oops. Just dropped something. Hold on. Okay. Crescent Runners should be briefing him as we speak regarding the latest enemy movements. I will dispatch him at once. And I will ensure the chorus stands ready to march. If the disfavored can take the river, the chorus has the manpower to secure the outer ring of the valley.
Our soldiers clamor for battle, and at last we shall have it. Thus, we command you to continue guarding the Fatebinder. Tunan's Chosen is our honored guest, and must be shown our finest hospitality.
I have a feeling I'm going to piss this guy off.
I won't let you down, boss. He'll get through the campaign in one piece, as long as he doesn't do anything too stupid.
Suit yourself, Fatebinder, the more you ignore us. Whatever.
Fine. The fool and his puppet are gone. Perhaps now I can hear myself think. Rarely do I question Kairos' judgment, but I will never understand why the voices of Narot is given such authority. I shudder to think what will become of us all should Tunon favor him in the end. Though the edict threatens the Scarlet Chorus just as it threatens us, I cannot shake the feeling that our allies will work against us.
Yep, that's the nature of evil. They go ahead and turn against one another.
You've shown your worth in war, and your name has been known to the Legion since the very beginning of this long conquest. So I'd ask that you join us this one last time, to help us wrap up this last objective.
Sure,
if you wish to be counted amongst the glorious, speak with the Iron Marshal. She will direct the order of battle until we are ready for the final push into the Citadel.
In a short few... I'm short a few scouts, short a few soldiers, short a few everything. I'm sure my brethren would be grateful for the assistance of a skilled outsider. I'd be honored to help. Okay. I will be at the training grounds readying the soldiers. Excuse me. Find me there when you are ready. She pauses, clearing her throat. And though I am loath to mention it, the chorus can likely use your assistance. They likely won't secure the outer valley on their own. Fifth Eye will be somewhere in that rat's nest they call a camp. I guess I'll have to help both. Can I just take
They won't see me coming.
Yeah, there's like random shit
I can't.
here. I'm just gonna grab it. I like how they don't say anything. They just let you take everything. Alright, so who should I help first? I guess I'm gonna have to talk to both, aren't I?
I got it.
I guess I'll start talking to people now. Isotanius curses the air as a blade of thin iron breaks in half beneath his hammer. Repairing weapons with scrap isn't exactly why I got into this craft. Why not forge bronze? Bronze will do in a pinch, don't get me wrong. It can take a beating and get bent back into shape. We always have plenty of tin and copper laying around. It's a rare smith who can churn out military-grade bronze consistently. More often than not, it comes out soft. Look around the camp, we're garbing the Legion head to toe in iron because it's cheaper and easier to produce. Couldn't do that with bronze. They call the disfavored the Iron Legion for a reason. Strategy and skill may be our backbone, but our claws are made of iron. You mentioned an iron shortage. I'm afraid so. The last shipment sent down the Mtani went missing near Echo Hall. Forge-bound iron is Tunan's responsibility. Why is this the first I'm hearing of it? Keep your voice down. Graven Ash doesn't want to cause a panic or pass any information to the Vendrian Guard. Best case scenario, the iron tumbled off a boat and is rusting on the riverbed. Okay, if I find myself in Echo Call, I suppose I can keep an eye out. I appreciate that, as does the Great General. More than you might guess. Maybe he isn't quick to offer his thanks, but I know he'll be grateful for your help. You can trust me to handle it. Sure. You see that? That's how we tell our iron shipments apart from the rest. Okay. I'd like to see your wares. See what he has to sell. All heavy armor and shit, which I don't need. I guess I better go... Well, there's Crescent Runner. Let's go find other people. Skip the Iron Marshal for now. Talk to Barrack. Nope. I think that's somebody who's going to join me, right? Rona? Pentabor. Hail to you, Guardian of the Law. If you have excess rings weighing you down, best unburden yourself before battle. You know that if the disfavored suffer a merchant in their camp, there must be a man selling only the finest provisions and armaments. Take a look, see if something interests you. Let me see your wares. I don't qualify for anything. Sigil of Frost. I think I've already got that, though, don't I? Yeah, I already got that. Okay, Sevius. You got any quests for me? Firestarter, our skeins once again cross. Welcome to the disfavored camp. I am Sevius the Younger. We served in the Vellum Citadel together. Good to be properly introduced. I remember you stopped the chorus from turning their leadership selection into one giant civil war. Okay. You should jaw with the Iron Marshal if you want to talk substance. I'm just managing patrols here. What is it that you need? I overheard you asking that Earthshaker where the reinforcements have gone. Is there a problem? I'm afraid so. Radix, the head of the Earthshakers, was supposed to arrive with a group of his most competent spell slingers to help break the stalemate. Okay. I could lend a hand? Could you? I knew that Tunin's agent wouldn't fail us. Okay. So he's giving me... I'm just getting quests left and right. Why do you think the siege is delayed for so long? It should have been over real quick and simple. The first cohort arrived in the valley and went right for the kill, but that was before we knew the Vendrian Guard had sages and that Water Witch on their side. Bigger problems with Scarlet Chorus. They eagerly conscript the Vendrian Guard, but I have no proof of this, but it seems that they do very little to keep a watchful eye on those drafted tiersmen. They are often sent out on patrol, and we suspect they use that opportunity to escape back to the Vendrian Guard. Every Chorus conscript has a choice: life under Kairos or death under the army's boots. By all means, feel free to cut down those who would choose the latter. We won't be offended. Just so we don't mistake each other. Okay. I'm not making a formal accusation before Tunin's agent. I'm just voicing my gut opinion on the matter. Okay. The two armies haven't worked well together in years. Come on, Binder. Seems like asking why beasts stink. The disfavored are only too eager to deliver Kairos' peace to the tiers, while the Scarlet Chorus bring only mayhem in their wake. You can tell me the Voices of Nerat has a plan, and I'll take your word for it. But the Chorus sure seems to blunder around, never moving with a purpose as we do. I wonder if we've been fighting the same war, soldier. I've seen Ash yank his precious soldiers away for more battles than he's won. If you want to call that progress, be my guest. Unless we find a way to work as one, I feel that the Scarlet Chorus will step in front of Graven Ash's strategies at every turn. Okay, tell me about yourself. Not much to tell. My father was Sevius the Elder. His father was Sevius the First of his name, lead drill master of Ash's first Iron Guard, back when they were the Bronze Guard. I was born into the Legion, and with any help, I'll die in the Legion. Okay, lore 35. Since before he was with Kairos. When did that happen? Before he bent the knee to Kairos, Graven Ash rallied his legions against the Overlord's authority. His prowess on the battlefield ingratiated him to the Archons, who welcomed him into their ranks in exchange for his obedience. Aye, you know your history. The blood goes back that far, not the memories, as I only ever knew my father. My grandfather was just a legend, one of Ash's best warriors back before the disfavored were reforged in iron. I'm proud of my heritage, but I try not to brag. Okay. Glad to see you have your own identity outside of the Legion. Failing to conceal a smile, Verse chuckles to herself. He coughs stoically but says nothing. Bronze Guard. Well, his day and age was a century ago, and they didn't have Kairos' modern luxuries. Alright, back to my other questions, and that's it. See, there is so much lore in this game, and then they do so little with it. There's a Bitter Quip. Okay, Fatebinder RPG Crawler. I am Bitter Quip. I'm here as Emissary of the Scarlet Chorus. Looks at you impatiently. What's it like working with the disfavored? Reporting the Iron Hag is an insult. She fought one duel for her title. One, her leadership must be continuously proven, earned, and defended. Weakness should bleed to the bottom of the army, not rise to the top. Okay. Can you tell me the Scarlet Chorus? Sounds like if you really like the voices of Narat. Bitter Quip blinks several times and scowls, saying nothing. Tell me about him. He is Supreme Commander and Public Servant, he who sets us free but directs all. The voices of Narat is the epitome of what each of us can be, a magician without equal, and the leader of uncountable numbers. How did you come to join him? The doctrine of strength speaks to me, and I answered his call. Okay. What is your role in the chorus? I am the Blood Chanter. Alright. So, I don't really need to know anything else about him. I don't think... Is there anyone that... Is there... I thought there was some sort of,
Can't do that.
I thought there was somebody I was supposed to talk to for quests with the Scarlet Chorus. Lucia and Marcus. I am Lucia, this is Marcus, and you must be the Fatebinder. We've been assigned to babysit, assigned to your hospitality while you remain on disfavored ground. If you need a place to rest, we can make necessary preparations. No, I'm not. I don't qualify for any of that stuff up there. Tell me about yourself. Not sure there's much to tell. I trained at Fort Resolutions in my first campaign. I'm proud to be with the Legion. I was wounded to the gates of judgment, but Graven Ash's protection mended me good. Are you bragging that you let your guard down and took a spear to the gut? You really shouldn't boast about a filthy tears when investing you in battle. Alright. In all serious, I would take that spear again if it brought honor to the disfavored. Okay, Lucia, tell me about yourself. I do this, she said, unenthusiastically lifts up her heavy shield. And I do this. Playing host is not my strong suit. Ignore my sarcasm. I've seen the Legion through my share of the campaign. After so much bloodshed, our pretenses of honor can wear me down. North is my home, and I consider each and every one of the ironclad bastards in this camp to be my family. Alright, you seem to be handy with a weapon, Lucia. Aye, and if you ever want some pointers on how to use the weapon of yours, let me know. Lucia, are you flirting with doing this a Fatebinder? Relax, there are plenty of camp slaves. That's funny. Alright, how have your skills fared in battle against the Oathbreakers? Every battle is a reminder of the Legion's superiority, etc., etc. What's it like serving with the disfavored? Of course, Fatebinder. Oh, skill training. I hit the wrong one. That's right. Yeah, I think I just picked up. I picked up the quest from the Smith already, so I think I'm good to go. Ah, training. I don't think I need it, but it's nice to know it's there. So let's go ahead and head on out, or head on over here to talk to What's-Her-Face. The Iron Marshal. Don't just coddle the impact. Push back with your shield, take the momentum. Set eyes on your opponent's waistline. If you spend more than a glance checking his footwork, you're lost. Pale golden surcoat. Okay, that's just the mark of authority. Need to stay on top of the troops or their skills will rust. It's for their own good, even if they don't believe it. Alright. As mentioned, you're short on warriors and need help. What's the situation? I have brigades amassing along the Placid, Echo Hall, and Littletooth crossings. The Vendrian Guard may be able to hold one bridge, or they can't hold against a concerted three-prong attack. I have no right to give you orders, but we all die to Kyros' edict should we fail. I will assist. Now, what happened to last time? Defeat in detail. We carved a bloody path up to the river, but at that point everyone who charged ahead was lost. We had no chorus backup. It was just a few disfavored squads. I can't tell you exactly how they were defeated, but we lost the whole assault team. We found bodies washing up in the river for days. Right? Are you sure our scouts didn't give you all sorts of details about the enemy and you just chose to disregard our warnings? I'm sure they would have heeded any such advice. Ouch! Maybe the next time we won't be so forthcoming. Let's see how many of your precious northern stock survive this war. Okay. Sure, I'll assist. Then our plan may just might work. We are loath to work with those who do not share our training and our values, but we know that Tunon the Adjudicator selects only the most capable minds. Okay. Antio will be leading the charge at Echo Hall Crossing. Assisting there would be the Barak of the Stone Shields. Before you ask, no Forge-bound weren't sloshed on the Dapple Seed when they fitted his armor. He survived the full force of the Edict of Storms, and the armor doesn't exactly come off. Tactically, it's quite brilliant, but otherwise, it's something of a curse. Barik, come meet the Fatebinder. I'm choking here. Hold on. A little bit better. The soldier that steps up to you vaguely resembles an amalgamation of rusted blades and mismatched pieces of armor.
Fatebinder, the Iron Marshal has tasked me with keeping you alive.
That's unfortunate.
And I have no intention of disappointing her. That should be enough assurance for anyone.
Sure.
Likewise, good Binder.
The soldier heaves a heavy iron arm into a salute, his whole body clanging as he wraps his gauntlet around the twisted sheets of metal that form his breastplate.
Barik, is that you under there? I had no idea you were in Vendrian's well. Fatebinder, do you know this walking anchor?
You two know each other?
No. Oh, that is to say, yes. I'm already as familiar with this ironclad halfwit as I care to be.
We don't have time to trade jabs today, Verse. After the siege, you can throw as many tantrums as you please. I suggest that we remain focused on the mission.
No offense to the mission, but seeing you looking like a garbage heap and reeking of a mass grave is more amusing by far. Did you forget how to don your armor, or did Graven Ash leave you out in the rain?
Ouch. Okay. I know him as well as I knew anyone during the conquest.
That can change. When the tiers are fully under our command, I'll take you to whatever passes for a watering hole in this forsaken country. We'll drink the local swill to honor the fallen.
Forget the fallen. I know a great brothel in Lethian's Crossing where we can watch something rise, then fall, then rise again.
The Fatebinder will be joining us for the push across the river. I figured an extra hand might help, and more importantly, if my worries come true and the chorus tries to impede the mission, we'll have an observer from the court on our side.
Better to work with the Honorable Binder than some chorus children.
I ask that Barak accompany you to arbitrate the cooperation between his company and the Scarlet Chorus. Barik, you've been without a cohort since the last Battle of the Stalwarts. Time we gave you a task more worthy than hauling wagons and leading training drills. Ash has assigned you to this Fatebinder's service. Okay, so I get a new party member. Hell yeah. I suppose I could be in worse company than that of a renowned mage slayer. I have seen how this one treats any upstarts who recognize the benefit. Okay. Oh, so he's from the Conquest District. Okay. Though I'd much rather attend to my duties here. That's an order, Barik. He can be as stubborn as pulling a spire out of the earth, but he's a good soldier. Okay. I'm honored to have a member of the Iron Legion at my side. Okay. So we've got two people now. A tank and a berserker.
On it.
Yeah, all I got is this frost stuff. So I guess we go out and try and find the Scarlet Chorus camp and get my quests from there. I remember doing this pretty well last time. Like this first tier is just is just one quest after another. Small group of the Vendrian Guard. It's not really an ambush if it's a scripted event, right?
That's far enough, Fatebinder.
Okay.
In accordance with ancient customs north and south, I offer and request a delay of blade. There are matters we must discuss without fear of reprisal.
In accordance with ancient customs north and south, I abide by this truce.
As is our custom, we are ready to kill to defend our lands, but we kill only in fair battle. We don't slay our prisoners. We know this isn't Kairos' way, but we must have hope. A few of my kin have gone missing, and though they may have perished, I have to inquire on the off chance they still live.
Okay.
If Captain Tarkus Deimos still lives, we would negotiate for his release.
That name is belonging to one of the Vendrian Guard leaders who have assaulted Edgering ruins, though you have no recollection as to his exact fate. Because I didn't bother to check anything out, I guess. Assuming he's our prisoner, what would you offer in exchange?
We would offer you 5 choirmen that got lost on patrol. They're healthy. Got all their limbs, too.
I would not have us barter with oathbreakers. Certainly not for anything less than disfavored lives.
You say there's something worth less than a disfavored life. Call me intrigued.
Ouch. Alright, sorry, that name means nothing to me.
No, I'm sorry. I'm asking about one man out of thousands that have been slain by Kairos' forces. It's not like I remember the name of all your friends that I've killed.
Ouch.
If I may make one more inquiry, what of Palox Tyrell?
Though you rarely have the luxury of matching names to the countless tearsmen you've encountered, you're reasonably certain she's asking about the Vendrian Guard warrior that took Drassus hostage. Palox Tyrell is dead. She nods slowly, saying nothing for a long moment.
My apologies, Fatebinder. I had a terrible feeling this errand was in vain from the start. I had no expectations that our friends could be saved, as I'm sure the time for swapping prisoners is long gone. But at least I know of what became of them. That'll have to be enough.
Alright, sorry you did not find what you were seeking.
Then all that remains is for me to thank you for hearing me out. In accordance with our ancient customs north and south, let us part with peaceful accord.
Indeed. So, yeah. I don't know if I could have got more information on that other guy. Because I didn't really poke around that first fight too much.
On it.
Yeah, I don't know. If I do a stream next week, I gotta figure out what day would be good. It's really hard to schedule these things beforehand. I might just have to, like, whenever I get a couple free hours, just hit stream and hope people actually show up. Okay, the chorus camp. These are chorus grounds. State your business or get lost. Past this point is chorus territory, and you don't look like someone's conscript. You sure you're in the right place? I'm always in the right place. Ha! And I am RPG crawler, etc., etc. You know, I think I was told to expect somebody, but you seem too ugly to be him. Why exactly should I let you in? And more importantly, what's this hulking ton of iron doing here? He's an allied warrior in my guard. You don't want to make an issue of this. Yeah, fuck the Scarlet Chorus. Fine, just come on in. I'm sure the Fury will gut you if you're really a problem. Okay. Is there anything in here? There's Death Knell, there's Variakel. All kinds of quests. Wait, what? That's me finding a secret, isn't it?
I'd say that's worth a second.
There's Rot Spear.
Glance.
Don't mind me, I'm just gonna...
reflexes.
Gonna rob your camp. I better level up too, huh? Oh, First, yeah, just gonna clean sweep this place. Spend most of my time in these games just playing vacuum cleaner and sucking up all the loot everywhere.
I can't.
What do you mean you can't? That was weak. I guess I gotta come back to that one. Okay, got a fifth eye. Oh, wait, there's something up here. Alright. So I suppose that's like everything I need. Let's level up. I guess boost wits. Okay, was that it? I guess so. And he'll boost might. I gotta pick what talents I want. Ah! So, here's the thing. I got maybe about a half an hour or so left. If you guys are enjoying this one, I know I'm being a little bit quiet sometimes in it, just because I'm trying to figure out what my strategy is going to be going forward. But if you like this, I can go ahead and continue it next time. I mean, I heard it's only like, you know, as I said, only 20 hours or so, give or take. So it should be relatively easy to cruise through in just like, you know, over the course of several sessions. Magic. I think I'm going to boost magic. There we go. Oh, I've got another talent. Okay. Cone of magic. Feel energy shield. Wait. No, I don't have another one. Okay. And as for our tank, we'll go ahead and get a taunt thing. We should be good to go. Let's talk to the minor things first. Okay, gotta authorize, get that prisoner visit authorized. Salveros. Hail, Fate Binder. The disfavored officer pounds heavy gauntlet against his chest. Were I a betting or a superstitious man, I'd say fortune must favor me today. I am not. But I am pleased to meet you all the same. Now what brings you to my little slice of personal damnation, otherwise known as this here mud and ship stinking chorus camp? Okay. Have anything you'd like to report, soldier? Maybe you've noticed anything unusual during your time here? What about the chorus isn't unusual? The army itself is a strange, malnourished beast, but no. No, the screamers seem mostly in order, sir, and I haven't been spying, if that's what you're implying. Of course, even if it was, it'd be damn near impossible to learn anything from this shit sty. Fifth Eye and those damn Furies don't even loot me in enough for me to do my detail. Okay, and what do you mean? I'm not just here to keep a steady eye on the Oathbreakers, who they give far too much freedom after conscripting. I'm here to be a resource for the benefit of both armies. I can provide insight regarding the proper stratagem and request a stock of troops from the Iron Marshal Arrhenius for reinforcements if needed, but they won't listen to me. Okay. You act like it's a punishment to be assigned to this detail? Isn't it? I know I fucked up to get here. Got 3 days in the hole and a nice little promotion to go with my new post. Well, I won't be making the same mistake twice when it comes to the Iron Marshal. I should be out there, fighting for Ash's glory, not standing here ready to run back to report something should something ever finally fucking happen. What exactly did you do? Made the grave mistake of suggesting the Iron Marshal wasn't fully utilizing the Scarlet Chorus. Well, here I am, a wise an officer in the camp of liars and cheats. Okay. Why are you stationed with the chorus? From the way most of my days go, you'd think I was here to row with the Blood Chanters and Scarlet Furies. Okay, what do you think of them? Not very well. Let's go to the next one. Give me another named person. Mantry. No go? Okay. Anyone over here? Reg and Baz. Look who we have here. I'm Reg and this is Baz. We were wondering when you might pay the camp a visit. The Fifth Eye has been a little starved for attention. He ordered us to watch you like a troublesome babe. Make sure you don't get out of line. Something like that. If you have questions, ask us. Good luck finding anyone else in camp. We'll give you answers. Okay, tell me about yourself, Baz. Oh yeah, I saw that. I'm just not sure which skills to train. I probably should. Especially if that gives me more skills overall. I mean, it just costs what? Money? I was a sellsword at the beck and call of fat merchants. Just another dented face in the crowd. After too many years of spilling blood in local skirmishes, I realized I was only killing time. Then Kairos showed me a better way, unity, purpose, etc. Been watching the Scarlet Furies, practicing my blade work. Okay, and Reg. I had a family, a farm, then the chorus came, and well, now I have the chorus. Priorities change when you hear screams in the night and feel a blade pressed to your neck. I used to have nightmares thinking about the culling. Felt awful remembering how I hacked my ma and dad just to bits just so I could survive. Ouch. Every able-bodied man, woman, and child is given a weapon and forced to fight their family and friends to the death. The Fifth Eye heard me howling one night, pulled me out of the horde, and took an interest in me. Now I'm studying magic, calling fire from nothing. Can you tell me about the Fifth Eye? They say he shares a direct link with the voices of Narat. Guard your tongue around him. He's a little wild, bloodthirsty, mad, brilliant. Okay. Okay, tell me about your time in the Scarlet Chorus. Reg and I were conscripted at the Gates of Judgment. How many fights we survived so far? 11? No, 14. I count each day and sunder separately. The chorus is not as bad as it smells. The strong, like me and Reg, were allowed to take what we want, what we deserve. Okay. What do you know about Vendrian's well? The walls might seem imposing, but the Vendrian Guard do a better job of hiding its weaknesses than fixing them. We have to, don't we? Though Kairos knows that I don't want to stay it any longer than necessary. You should know better than to parade your cowardice before the Fatebinder. Are you afraid of the Spire? Sorry, Fatebinder, I shouldn't have mentioned anything. The fact of the matter is we were told to stay away from the spires and old walls ever since we were babes. Of all the dumb childhood lessons that fell by the wayside, that one stayed the same. Imagine a soldier of the chorus pissing himself over architecture. More like what's underneath it. The Bane lurk around these old sites and kill anything that they can catch unawares. Alright. See what you can teach me. I've got bows, dual wield, and unarmed combat. Nice all the way around. Oh yeah, I should ask what the other one can train me as. Do you feel strange? Ever since the Fate Binder spoke Kyrus' edict, I've felt like bugs were crawling under my skin. Oh, didn't see you there. And this one can train subterfuge, which I need. A little bit in, I guess. Okay, that could become real expensive real quick. But I see the theory behind it now. Wait a minute. What is my subterfuge? $36. In order to get it to 45, I'd need to spend quite a bit of gold. Or quite a bit of money. Let's talk to the Snigler. Upon noticing your approach, the merchant straightens his posture and smiles. What an honor. The name is Snigler Dagus. Originally from the relative tranquility of the Northern Empire. I have since accepted a nomadic life for the sake of keeping Kyrus' forces supplied with only the finest goods. See your wares. I could get that and that. Yep. And add some more stuff for the for spell crafting. Learn and learn. Not too bad. I have to fuck with spells later, because otherwise I can burn the rest of the time I have here. A scroll sits here glowing with mystical energy. Read it. Sigil of Illusion learned. Nice. Talk to the Fifth Eye. The Binder of Tunon arrives, and we just finished having a bit of sport with some captives. But worry not, we'll have more fun with another batch momentarily. Now that you have issued the edict and doomed us all to die, have you come to help us climb out of this hole? Alright. I trust you're getting your warriors ready for battle. We know the Oathbreakers are focused in the citadel beneath the mountain spire, but we have learned this is not their only nest. Given their pattern of attacks, they have a second group maintaining camp here in the Outer Valley. Okay. Remain silent. My last group of scouts returned with a new batch of prisoners, and one of these prisoners claims she can lead us to the Vendrian Guard's secondary camp, though there are shreds of deception in her voice. I could use your help questioning this Variah Kell. I will speak with the prisoner. I'll meet you there. She's waiting by the other prisoners. Time to question a prisoner. I haven't actually talked to Death Knell yet. You? So you're Tunon's Fate Binder. I was expecting something more impressive. Death Knell, Scarlet Fury. My name is yours for as long as it amuses me. Let's get one thing clear. Stick to your words and law. Leave the fighting to the grown adults. Your corpse would just be another tripping hazard for those of us having a proper bit of carnage sport. We've got enough useless twats dying for our name as it is. All our horde recruits seem good for, of late, is piling in a shit-reeking mound on the battlefield. Keeps up and we'll have to toughen our recruitment standards again. Now what do you need? What is your role in the Scarlet Chorus? Do you not recognize a Scarlet Fury when you see one? Okay. In peace, we train those tough enough to endure our lessons, but wise enough to learn from the best. In battle, it is our duty to slay our foes and inspire the Horde with our skill and bravery. Something about the Horde thinning? Swelling until it's thundering, then crashing and receding. It's been the way of the Chorus for as long as I've been in it. We take our prisoners alive, give them the chance yet to live, to be reborn into something better. Putting any and every able body to the sword like the disfavored is nothing but a waste. A conquered enemy is but a new ally. Of course, We do sometimes have the problem of lingering loyalties. Deserters are rarely successful in their escape, but they do try. The Vendrian Guard, strengthened by their numerous blood ties, has been particularly stubborn. So I have a better plan hatched. And what is that going to be? I'm thinking we redouble our efforts to recruit settlers, focusing on the unaligned and unsuspecting, instead of flushing ourselves with the gift of the Oathbreakers claimed from the battlefield. Okay, how do you plan to convince them? A knife point has sufficed well enough in the past, but you've inspired me to try a more diplomatic approach this day. What do you say, Binder? You may be able to ease them into the idea. If it means expediting the end of this meandering conflict, so be it. Okay, remote settlement. I don't think I did that one. I've not done that one before. Okay, so I got another quest. Alright, let's talk to Varia Kell. Please, someone, I wish to bow before the voices of Nerat. I thought all could find redemption in the chorus. A woman in the makeshift armor of the Vendrian Guard lurches forward in agony. Her soiled, trembling legs suggest she has been forced to stand for days. This one was hollering earlier that she knows the location of the Vendrian Guard encampment, but she isn't being entirely honest. I told this thing that I wanted to guarantee I'd live and be welcomed into the chorus as a captain. Then I'll talk. Otherwise, they'll just kill me once I've opened up. I was dumb enough to join with the Vendrian Guard, but I'm not dumb enough to give away my bargaining bronze. You claim you would disavow your people for the Scarlet Chorus. Why the change of heart? Because I want to live, and you don't need to be the Archon of Premonitions to know that the younger realms are gone for good. Kairos is the new strength of the Tears. I would rather stand with his Archons than be crushed by them. Why should I trust the words of an Oathbreaker? I suppose I have no answer for that. When I joined with the Vendrian Guard, I accepted their broken vow unto myself. Have you not felt passion for a foolish cause, one that you later came to regret? Okay. Tell me what you know, and I can see to your release. I heard the chorus is looking for Captain Pelox Florian and his crew. I can lead you to them, but only if you release me. Okay, you're lying? Why don't you tell me what you actually know, and I'll see about saving you? Well, you see... So I don't know exactly where the rest of my crew is, but I can tell you. Search that one. She reaches up with her right leg and points with her foot, calling attention to a nearby pile of corpses. The tall, dark one missing most of his face. It's nonsense. Okay? With a snap of his fingers, a pair of choirmen yank the boot off the fallen guardsman. A rolled parchment slides out from his boot and is thrust into the fifth eye's hands. That's just nonsense, just a mash of words. She said she had information. She gives us garbage. I heard her say that she'd swear fealty to the voices of Nerat. An initiation rite would be in order. Seeing as how you're an expert in the subject of fate, I will entertain your wisdom on the matter. What then would you propose we do to her? Point to the two other prisoners. Let's test her loyalty. Varia, kill these guardsmen with something blunt. Varia looks at the prisoners, wants her allies, and closes her eyes as her bonds are untied. The onlookers snicker and cheer when a heavy rock is placed in her hand. Ouch. Sucks to be them. Really sucks to be them. Oh well. Good, good. Fifth Eye places a bloodied hand on the trembling woman's shoulder and nods to her. Welcome to the Scarlet Chorus. Do not fail us. Where's a slave to clean up the offal when you need it? Okay. And that solves that. We're no closer to finding the Oathbreaker's position, not with this cryptic mess. She promised us answers, and all she gave us was gibberish.
Sorry to interrupt, but I highly doubt it's gibberish. More likely, it's one of the local scripts.
The voice comes from another prisoner tied up next to Varia. An older gentleman with the quills, ink vials, and parchment scrolls one finds on the sages of the School of Ink and Quill. Show him the parchment. Can you read this? Read the parchment for yourself. Let's try that. You unroll the parchment and see a message of modest length written with professional, albeit hasty penmanship. The Tearsmen speak the Canto just like the Northerners, but they have half a dozen different ways of writing it. Show him the parchment.
Well, let me see. I can't.
You hold the parchment in front of the round sage.
I don't know exactly what it says, but I'm half certain that's Sage Selwyn's handwriting. I'm sure I could decipher that in a few hours' time. Don't need my hands free, but I think better when not tied to a post. I know, I'm weird that way.
I like him. A few hours, either you can read it or you cannot. What use is a sage that doesn't know his letters? I've heard all I need to hear. Okay. It can't hurt to give him a few hours. You read the edict. I don't need to tell you the sundial is working against us. Okay. Untie him and give him a chance to translate. Are you giving me orders, Binder? Does this look like Tunan's court? Last I checked, only the Archon of Secrets can tell me what to do with a prisoner. If this old man wants freedom, we shall give him his fair shot at a trial.
Fatebinder, I beseech you, be my advocate for this trial. I'm no fool. I know the chorus uses blood, not words, to settle these matters. But you are a servant of the Archon of Justice, are you not?
Alright, fine, but I'll be his champion. This one needs to live.
Good. I like it when Tunan's puppies get their paws dirty.
I wouldn't mind taking a swing at some loudmouth chorus braggarts myself.
Did you hear that, brothers and sisters? Trial by combat is upon us. Alright. And it's time to go ahead and fight, I guess. Again. Begin the chant of gathering. Let the warriors know that tonight's entertainment will soon commence. Okay, brothers and sisters, who amongst you sets the standard for strength? Who amongst you will help winnow the weak from the strong? Our claimants have been assembled. Now let the trials of the Oathbreaker begin. God damn it. I'm trying to get something out of this packet. I'm always getting the wrong ones. Alright, so what are we facing? General Horde, Scarlet Fury, General Horde, General Horde. So I have to take out the Scarlet Fury first, clearly. Okay, so he's a healer. This is a thrown weapon, so I'll do that. He'll rush up. She will go ahead and use her burning iron on him. Or on her, rather. And I will use frozen grasp on her. So let's do this. Game paused.
Consider it done.
Are you afraid of that word?
I want to take this Fury out real quick. So let's go ahead and do... I guess he already used Clash of Iron. Go ahead and buff him up.
I will aid you.
Try and get engaged with this Scarlet Fury. Take it down. And almost dead. Nice. See if there's anything left to do with this one. And there goes their main one.
You're not going anywhere.
Not a half bad combat. Just gotta take out the main one first. Is that it? By the righteous shedding of blood, we have our answer. Regrettably, it appears the sage is worthy of leaving our camp alive. By the custom set forth by the voices in a rat, you are free to go. Brag to your grandkids that you fell afoul of the chorus, yet lived to tell the story. Ha! That was fun. Your warriors almost put up a good fight. It really is bloodletting weather, is it not? My conscripts need to see more warriors of your skill in action. Thought I'd die tied to that post. Now hand me the parchment. I'm certain I can decipher it. Not a problem. Excuse me. Well, much of the parchment was weathered, but I could make out the important parts of the text. The note makes mention of a meeting spot west of Tripnettle. So the old sage knows his words after all. I'd ask that you travel ahead and see if you can't get this Captain Florian to yield to the chorus. I know the area and suggest we go at once. I'll show you the way. You're offering to come with me? Why? Because the alternative is what? Living here with these illiterate brutes? My old study is under a river of fire, and there's no family missing me. Besides, I'd much rather chronicle the binder that twice proclaimed an edict of Kairos. Alright. Something's amiss. There's a lot of fight in you for an old scholar. I've met sages every bit as cutthroat as hardened gang bosses. They act the part of doddering scribes, but don't let that fool you. Smart for someone your age to be so mistrusting, but I'm not with the Oathbreakers, if that's what you're fishing at. I worked for them under duress, but I've no love of them. I'm not about to pledge to the chorus, and the disfavored wouldn't have me. Still, I consider myself a Kairos-fearing vassal of the Overlord's empire all the same. For as long as I've been a sage, I've been trained to defend myself. Okay. Alright. And your little quill dagger just for decoration? Well, I mean, sages need to have good quill handy, so it just sort of blends into the ensemble. Alright, sure thing. Come with me. I know I may seem old and frail, but I know how to step lightly and how not to get killed, really. Okay, are we done here? Let's hightail it to Tripnettle. Off to Tripnettle.
Right.
Wait, we're gonna loot these guys first.
Yes.
Come on, yes. Everybody. Off to Tripnettle. Wait, what's this? It proves everything. The warrior slams her fists together in a resounding clap. Like, for instance, whether you're fit to lead that flock of children. Did you not hear the words, the news of the edict? This is a foolish distraction. We ought to be saving our fight for the enemy. What's the problem here? No problem here, Lord Binder. Captain Fuckwit here just seems he's about to balk from this challenge. Thinks just because he used to run a ship, he's qualified to run a gang. So I'm calling him out, because the way I see it, his warriors ought to follow me, not this new blood. Captain Fuckwit was my father. Fuckwit will do just fine. If I have to prove our strength, we'll do so happily. But I'll have your hands and feet removed, and the rest of you kept for my own use. Okay. This is foolish. Stop this at once. Is it, though? Excuse me? This is our way, Fatebinder, and you have no right to stop us. We are not harming anyone outside the chorus. I don't know who you are, but I don't need your help. I think I can handle ourselves just fine. Bickering amongst yourselves costs us war effort as a whole. Oh, ow. I could just slit her throat and be done with it. Bickering amongst yourselves costs us the war effort as a whole. It does affect others outside the chorus. Okay. The gang leader spins her knife for a moment as if her answer balances on its edge. Fine. Okay. And end the conversation. That was that. I guess I can talk to Shivershank, but... What, did you expect my thanks? I actually expected a quest. So I can go here, here, or here. We're going to go to the remote settlement first. As you make your way along the wide dirt road, the mountain loom about you on every side. Only the mountain spire jutting skyward from the center of the broken realm provides a consistent landmark from which to navigate. Cresting a hill, you make out a flash of light of bronze through the trees. That much bronze, you realize, must indicate a group of Oathbreakers. I'll attempt subterfuge. Keeping low and using the thick foliage as cover, you move carefully through the underbrush, marking the concave bend in the road. Far side of the bend slowly resolves into your view, revealing not one patrol of warriors, but two. Apex heraldry and heavy bronze scale mark the first group as members of the Vendrian Guard. The other warriors, however, wear rings of bronze set in heavy cured leather, a sigil on their tabard styled in the likeness of the Bane. You are recognized from your time as governor of Lethrion's Crossing. These are members of the Bronze Brotherhood. Brutal mercenaries out of Haven. I'll spy on them for a bit. Moving with extreme care, you close the distance within listening distance of the two groups. As you eavesdrop on them, it becomes immediately clear the Vendrian Guard hope to recruit the mercenaries, explaining in no uncertain terms that the Citadel of Vendrian Wall fails. Kiros' edict will slay every tiersman confined within the valley. Such is the way of the Overlord. His troops die or we all die. There's no middle road, no parley, no quarter. I will expose the lie. You step forward, revealing yourself from the brush, sending the tiersmen scrambling to ready a bristling bronze wall of spears, swords, and shields. You point at the guardsman, calling out his self-serving lie. The mercenaries have little to gain from working with the Vendrian Guard and everything to lose. The Edict of Execution shall slay those in the valley only if the Citadel does not fall into Kiros' forces. You should know, you tell them, the Edict was issued by your lips. Even as the Vendrian Guardsmen howl for your head and advance on you with weapons drawn, the mercenaries holster their arms and withdraw into the woods. So, just a quick fight. So I guess this is the DLC stuff here. Alright, this is the entire fight. There's what? There's 4 of them and 4 of me, right? We've got Honor Guard, Outrunner, Archer, and Sun Soldier. I think I'll take that Archer out first.
Myself.
Can't move!
Okay. Might have been a mistake. Try and freeze this one. She'll try and shoot this archer. She'll try and own this archer.
I got trapped in place.
Just kill the archer. Finish it. Alright. Now we can close things out. Looks like my scribe's about ended. Can I disengage? Yeah, I can.
As you ready?
Another scar?
Good work.
Just take this one guy. Please.
Are you afraid?
I feel
Oh, god damn it.
faint.
So he's wounded now.
Seeing an awful lot of red.
I need to use some of my abilities here.
Another scar? Fine.
I thought I'd be able to take him out easier, but...
Raven Ash protects.
Just having all kinds of problems.
We can do this!
One of them down. Is there anything I can do here? And I think just standard attacks is best for now. Don't I have some sort of charge strike? Yeah, I do. No reason to use it, but I've got it.
Can't do that.
Can we not just finish this? Alright. Shouldn't take long.
Damn thing couldn't pierce cloth.
Yeah, sorry about that. I was like, I was kind of distracted on that. I thought I would move him out of range of everything, and then he just took that one last spear. Out of the middle of nowhere. You know, because that sage is so frightening, everybody has to take him out.
Will do.
So they all want to talk to me. I've got to arrange all my my equipment pretty soon as well. Is there anything else that I need in here? Awful lot of random loot for a random encounter. Let's continue on our way to the remote settlement. Actually, I only have like about I only have a couple minutes left. Okay. Let's talk to Verse then. How did you do that? Do what? Back in the Archon's war tent, you cast an edict as casually as reading a supply shipment. How did you do that? Well, I've done it before. You cast the Edict of Fire on the Vellum Citadel. I heard about it. How Kairos' anger raised a volcano from under the Sage's own fortress. That was some impressive work. That was me, all right. Well, call me impressed. Considering that you've read the word of Kairos more than once, I'm surprised you're even alive to tell of it. Your vocal cords should have turned to ash by now. I'm not trying to make you feel uncomfortable. It's just worth recognizing that what you've done. Not only are you Tunan's Fatebinder, you're the mouthpiece of the Overlord. Gives me plenty of reason to stick around. You're going places, and I want to see where they lead. Alright. That's enough for now. Alright. So that, if it's not lit up, that just means general speech then. Okay. Alright, cool.
On it.
Go ahead and sweep around here. Oh, fuck, this guy's wounded. Let's go ahead and deal with this first. He's leveled up. Give him a resolve. Or no, give him an accuracy. Give him 2 accuracies. And we'll boost his quill, I guess. Or preservation. Make him into kind of a healer. I doubt that's the right way to go, but it's better than nothing, right? Killing spree. And we will boost her quickness. Or maybe her might. Yeah. Everybody else is good to go. Gonna search this area. I think I've been here before. I have been here before. Okay, I did do this side quest in the past. You can basically go in here, get ambushed. Yep. Alright, as you step into the center of the village, you feel as if you're being watched from all angles. I am the Fatebinder RPG Crawler. I've come to discuss your conscription to the chorus. Cooperate and you won't die. The wooden beams on the rooftop to the north creak under someone to wait. I've come to offer you redemption of the Scarlet Chorus. I'm doing my best to try to save you all. Feel free to help me with that endeavor. A voice bellows from a rooftop with a cackle. Go home to your overlord. Sorry, friend, but you won't be leaving here in one piece. You know, it sucks to be them. You got one person up there. 2 people down here. I think that's about it. Let's take this one down.
Your days!
Go ahead and boost might. Buff everybody up.
Pay attention, kids. You might learn something.
And that should take this one down pretty quick, hopefully. Trying to get this one after our tank.
Come and fist my iron!
Heal me! There we go. Let's kill this guy if we can. If we possibly can. Oh no, our main character is taking a beating. Run! That's right, just run the fuck away. Now we can switch targets, right?
Not a problem, boss.
I guess we'll go ahead and knock this one down if we can. Which we can't. Is this the last one? Yeah, this is the last one. Oh my god. Run out of the line of sight.
On it.
Run away. Do I have to stay out of line of sight? Heal me. Heal me anyway. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I need to start doing that. Lantry's combo. Flicking the bronze tip of her blade, a Scarlet Fury strolls into view with a smug smile, flanked by an entourage of soldiers. Not bad. I'd have piled on up the same number of corpses in half the sword strokes, but, well, where are my manners? One on not to criticize help given so generously. You have my deepest and sincerest gratitude for gutting those Vendrian piss ants in my place. Okay. These people are dead. That's several conscripts that won't be joining the chorus. You're welcome, though I came here to recruit for the chorus. We've already got what we needed, the willing ones. We were hoping a different face might convince the remainder to join us, but alas, well, we can't win them all. And yet I seem to have killed all your would-be conscripts. These things happen. Look, you've done us a favor, and it was a real pleasure watching you fight. Okay. It is time to loot the place up, then.
On it.
On the rooftop, I think, right? Yeah, so far, so good. I'll probably go ahead and wrap it up here. Got a couple things to do, and then I got to record for next week's Let's Plays. Yeah, I got it relatively cheap, not super cheap, but relatively cheap in the same sale. Except I went on GOG's sale instead of the Steam one. I will, if you guys want me to, I can continue playing this in the next Patron stream. It's fun. It's decent, and I'll be trying to do like regular open streams pretty soon. Hey, how are we on the How are we on the D&D? When's the next time you guys think we can make it? Because if we're still missing people next week, I can try and put some sort of interim thing together. I'd like to get some sort of play in. I don't know what happened to Pascal last week. I think he got busy with something. But anyway, we can talk about it later. As usual, I'll go ahead and post this on the Patron site. Just randomly off and about for 2 years. No, I'll put this on the Patron site so they can go ahead and catch up. Alright, that sounds good. We should be able to get something done then. Hey, no problem. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for your continued support. And until next time, take care and goodbye. I better save the game, though.